Hello and welcome back to In the Kitchen with Pen. Now today it's fish pie for tea. So I've made the fish pie, and as per, I made too much mash and I don't want the mash going to waste. So I'm going to attempt to pipe and make some Duchess potatoes. So come on down, we'll show you the ingredients and we'll get on with it. Ingredients could not be simpler. We have some leftover mash and I'm going to use a couple of egg yolks. I seasoned the mash and there was butter and milk in it. So I'm just going to separate the eggs and add the yolk into the bowl. Okay, to separate your egg, you want to crack your egg and then you are just going to, you can do it two ways. You can keep mixing or turning from one half of the eggshell to the other to get rid of all the yolk. Or if you're not squeamish, just do what I would normally do, and that is let it go through your fingers like so. And just pop the yolk in with your leftover mash. Right, there we go, just the yolk. Going to pop that in. Going to wash my hands because obviously they're now full of egg. And egg is one of the worst things for contamination in a kitchen. Right, and then all we're going to do now is just mix this all in and use a spat. I mean, it would, if the egg was warmer, this would be easy. Egg was warmer. If the potato was warmer, this would be easier and quicker, but it soon gets there. And so you've got a beautiful, beautiful golden colour in your potato. And I'm going to add in some more, because there is some in there, pepper and some more salt. You could, if you wanted, add a little bit of cheese now, and no, I'm not going to. Then you want to get a piping bag with quite a large star nozzle, and you're going to fill your piping bag with this potato mix. And it's potato, butter, there is a little bit of milk in there from when I first did it, the 2 egg yolks, the salt and the pepper. You could add nutmeg if you wanted. You could add cheese. Some Parmesan cheese would probably be really nice in this actually. So you get it into your piping bag. And then you're going to squeeze your piping bag so that it's, let's just cut the end so that I can get to the nozzle. Push the nozzle down and through the opening that you've now made, and push your potato into it. And now on a lined baking tray, you're just going to pipe. You could, if you haven't got a piping bag or nozzles, whichever it is you haven't got, you could just use spoonfuls of it and just pull them up and make them look rather nice. and just keep piping out your Duchess potatoes. Make them as big or as small as you want. These are, in fact, quite small. Now, what you could do is you could freeze these as they are and then bag them up and just take out as many or as few as you want at a time. I'm going to make this one a bit bigger for baking. And this one, because I was a bit stingy, wasn't I? And the idea of using a piping nozzle is you just get a nicer looking potato. Right, that's that. Now I'm going to put my oven on to about 190. And I'm going to set the timer for 18 minutes. Meanwhile, I will melt some butter and brush the tops of these. Right then, our butter is melted, so we're just going to, without trying not to, so we'll dab it on, just we don't want to lose our lovely ridges, because the ridges are the bits that will go the crispiest. You could actually use just egg yolk to do this, but again you'll be dabbing it on because you don't want to lose the ridges and the pattern that you've got. There we go. Right, just need the oven to heat and these will go in. That's now hot, so in they are going. And we shall see those when they're cooked. Right, we are nearly finished. We've got 1 second left. Let's get these out and take a look. Oh, they look so good. Bigger ones, yeah, would have been lovely. But I wanted to make plenty. Does that make sense? Right, there they are. Let's just shut up the... Oops. Computer, stop. Sorry, listening to the radio while that cooked. Right. Right then, what a lovely thing to make with any leftover mash. If you made them bigger and had them on a roast dinner or with sausages or just, you know, anything really that you'd have potatoes with, they'd be absolutely delicious. As I say, you could put cheese in them. If you make them bigger for a dinner, they'd be better. But as I've just said, I wanted to make quite a few so you could see exactly what they are. Now, I said about freezing them prior to cooking. You could now freeze these. Oh, for goodness sake, sorry. Sorry about that, I'll ring them back. You could now freeze these as they are. Wait till they're cool and freeze on a tray on the baking sheet. And then once fully frozen, pop them into a bag and then just get them out and pop them in the oven for about 5 minutes to heat through. But I guess I need to try one, don't I? Which is the smallest. Oh gosh. I think probably, oh yeah, look. And you can see they've got a lovely colour on the bottom as well. And I know I'm going to burn myself doing this. And you see the steam. They're lovely. So you've got not a crispy outside, but just a different texture on the outside. And, hang on, can't hear it. Lovely smooth mashed potato in the middle. As I say, cheese in them, a little bit of nutmeg. I think these could have gone with a bit more salt and pepper, but hey, we live and learn, don't we? So, another great use for leftover mashed potatoes. I mean, is it just me? Am I the only one who always makes too much mash? I think, yeah, 3 potatoes, that's enough. Time I've cooked them, mashed them down, it's like I could feed the 5,000, never mind just the 2 of us. So, hence these leftover potato ideas. But put that down. Let's lift this back up and show you. For now, thank you for watching this edition of In the Kitchen with Pen with leftover mash, making Duchess potatoes. If you want to be posh, Duchess. And I shall see you again very soon on the next In the Kitchen with Pen. Bye bye for now.